everyone. We're from Group 8. My name is Farah Elizabeth Lily Avarata and my number matrix is 075541.
Hello, my name is Norini Atika binti Muhammad Zabri. My matric number is 075595.
Hi, my name is Muhammad Aiman Arif Lim. My matric number is 075980.
Hi, my name is Muhammad Khan Muhammad. My matric number is 075082.
Hi, my name is Muhammad Azman bin Abdul Jalil. My matric number is 075209.
Scenario 1. Labor exploitation in Apple's supply chain. In recent years, Apple has faced increasing scrutiny over the treatment of workers at its partners' factories in China and other countries. Allegations of long hours, harsh working conditions, and even worker suicides have shocked the world. While Apple has issued statements and reports, critics claim these efforts have been reactive, not proactive. Today, in an unprecedented move, Apple has invited all parties to the same room: those on the ground, those fighting for justice, and those holding corporate power, to listen, reflect, and chart a new path forward.
Thank you all for being here. Mr. Ding Wei, would you please share your life experience inside the factory or company?
My shift starts at 6 a.m. and ends after dark. We get 2 short breaks. The dawn is crowded, 6 to a room. Barely enough space to breathe. We are told to make production, quotas no matter what. I haven't seen my family in nearly a year because of the mandatory overtime. Please do something about this.
This is not just Lire's story, it's a systematic issue. We've interviewed dozens of workers who endure the same. Some even show signs of depression. Apple's audit means nothing if the data is sanitized and workers are afraid to speak up.
We don't deny there are serious concerns. We're investing in training, auditing, and monitoring systems. But it's clear there's more need to do, especially when stories like Liwei still exist.
Then, commit to change. Install third-party anonymous reporting channels. Work hand in hand with NGOs like ours. Don't wait for another new scandal. Act now.
If we knew someone was listening and we were safe, we would speak. We want to work. We just want dignity.
Then that's where we will start anonymous feedback system, real worker protection, partnership with right organization. You have my word. Change begins now.
This dialogue marks the start of something greater. Ethical responsibility means listening to those on the front lines, not just fixing the numbers in reports. For Apple, the challenge is no longer awareness, it is accountability. Scenario 2. Environmental impact and e-waste. Apple is a global innovator, but with innovation comes responsibility. Despite major investments in green energy and recycling programs like Apple Trade-in, the company faces backlash for its product design: device sealed shut, batteries glued in, and repairs made difficult. Environmentalists argue this fuels the growing mountain of e-waste. Consumers feel trapped in an endless upgrade cycle. Today, Apple opens its doors to critics and customers alike, seeking not just praise but pressure to evolve.
Let's begin with you, Rachel. How do you view Apple's environmental commitment?
I appreciate the recycling efforts, but let's be real. You make it nearly impossible to repair your products. Why should I toss $1,000 phone because the $10 battery is sealed in? This isn't green design, it's profit by disposal.
I love Apple products, but every time something breaks, it's a dead end. It feels like you are pushing us to replace, not repair. That is so frustrating and expensive, and it's not sustainable.
We hear your concern. We prioritize performance and durability, but we are starting to understand that accessibility is just as crucial. There's a growing internal push to rethink repairability.
Then prove it. Release official repair guides. Make parts available. Create a culture of fixing, not tossing. The planet doesn't need more landfill phones.
I agree. In fact, we began early discussion about integrating modular components into future models. We are also exploring incentive programs discount for recycled part, bonus for repairing instead of replacing.
If I could get a reward for fixing my phones, or better, if Apple offer free workshop or resources, I will be first in line.
The future of sustainability lies not in recycling more, but in wasting less. Apple now stands at the crossroad. Will it design for convenience or for conscience? Scenario 3: Tax responsibility and global justice. In the modern economy, multinational corporates like Apple have access to global tax loopholes, legally shifting profits to low tax jurisdictions, often leaving behind countries where their products are sold but taxes unpaid. Today's dialogue focuses on ethical tax conduct. In this room, a corporate executive, a tax reform advocate, and a public servant from a country where Apple products sell by thousands but tax revenues remain low. This is about fairness, not just legality.
So Jonathan, let's start with you. Apple tax strategy has come under fire. So what's your response?
We comply with international tax laws. Our structure reflects a global business operating in dozens of countries. That said, we understand public frustration and we are exploring greater transparency to build trust.
Complying with broken rules doesn't make it ethical. You shift billions in profits to tax havens while public hospitals in developing nations remain underfunded. Apple benefits from infrastructure, education, and consumer bases, but gives little back.
In Senegal, we import your phones, we pay premium prices, but our schools don't have electricity, our clinics lack medicine. If global corporations paid their fair share, we could save lives.
Okay, I heard you, and that is not easy to sit with. We have begun internal discussion on country by country tax reporting. We are looking at ways to show our contribution and apparently and support OECD reforms.
Then publish with numbers. Show profits, show taxes, country by country. Support reforms, not just words, but with data. Make justice part of your brand.
Understood. I will bring that recommendation to our board. It's time we rethink not just how we pay taxes, but why.
Taxes fund the world we live in: schools, roads, hospitals. In the race for profit, ethical responsibility demands that global giants like Apple ask: are we giving back what we take? Scenario 4: Privacy protection versus law enforcement. In 2016, a tragedy in San Bernardino brought Apple into a global spotlight, not for a product, but for a principle. The FBI asked Apple to unlock a terrorist iPhone. Apple refused, citing users' privacy and the dangers of creating backdoors. This sparked a debate that hasn't cooled. Can we balance security and privacy? Today, voices from all sides meet in one room, not to argue, but to understand. Kim, start us off. Why did Apple take such a hardline stance?
We believe privacy is fundamental human right. Creating a backdoor, even for one phone, create a vulnerability for all. If you open it for government, we open it for hackers, for dictator, for anyone.
We respect privacy, but let me be clear. This was national security issues. Lives were lost. We need answer. That device could have helped keep preventing another attack.
And once you get that key, it doesn't disappear. Encryption backdoors don't sit in the hand of the good guys. They become tools for surveillance of journalists, of minorities, of innocent people.
But what about victims? Their families deserve justice. That company can't operate above the law. There must be middle ground.
So we open to legal access protocol, strict oversight, judicial review, real-time monitoring. But we won't compromise the core architecture of user security because billions depends on it.
Then Apple should lead globally, set one strong privacy standard, not change based on pressure from international governments. Be the wall, not the window.
Agree. That's why we publish transparency report and push back where we must. Privacy doesn't stop at borders.
The digital world lives on a thin wire between trust and threat. In standing firm, Apple has sparked a global conversation. In shaping the future, it must protect not just devices, but the dignity of all who use them.